All right, what's up, guys?
Hey, how's it
Welcome to
going?
another edition of LAS. This is KJ. I'm here with Seth. How you guys doing? We got a couple of new casters.
Yeah, how are you, KJ?
Great.
Welcome to our fourth broadcast of LAS. Again, this is our Angkop fundraiser, right? Funds are generated through viewership, so invite your friends, invite your siblings, your parents, your grandparents, everybody, right? So we can get as many viewers as possible. And the viewers that we get the funds for, and this is for Angkop, which it's for a good cause, right? But for tonight, we're actually joined here by our two casters. First, we have CeeLo B. How are you, CeeLo B?
Good. How's everybody doing?
Good. So he's here representing Team Rocket. And then we're also joined here by Chalet, representing Charlie and the Pentakill Factory. How are you, Chalet?
Hey, I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Good. So we have our matchup for tonight. So if we can see you guys see on the screen, our game tonight is SFC Telecom T1 versus Joe Momma. So, Chalet, you have experience against SFC Telecom T1 already. What do you think about that team?
Oh, that team is actually pretty scary. The good thing about them is they're really consistent. Every single player knows how to play. And from going against them, I'm pretty sure the communication is top notch because they move around the map together and they're really good. So for Team Joe Momma, they got to be on the P's and Q's in order to get a win.
Yeah. So they're facing Team Joe Momma, which our caster here, Team CeeLo B, has experience as well. They played them last week. So what do you think about that team?
So I didn't play last week, but I've definitely
okay.
seen them play, and have experience playing with some of the teammates on that team outside of the LAS. But their communication is also very good. They have Waka Waka 6 and Key Lime who shot call pretty well. They're aware of objectives that need to be completed throughout the map, or any lanes that have priority and pressure, things like that. So they do really well with that, and we'll see how they match up with the FCC Telecom T1 here.
So a quick recap from last week's results. Right? We had SFC Telecom T1 faced up against, I'm going to call it CPF. Charlie and Pentakill Factory, because I always mix that up. But so that was a 2-1 result in favor of SFC Telecom T1. But you know what? Those were really close games, right? The third game that could have gone either way. And then also Joe Momma and Team Rocket that also went 2-1 with Joe Momma taking that last game. So those were exciting games. But I'm actually very excited for the game tonight. I think we have our lobby ready. I think the players are ready. And so I think we can go ahead and start anytime. And then we're going to throw it to you guys. But who do you guys favor tonight's matchup?
Ooh, Charlie, you want to go first?
I'll go first. For me, at least, I think I'd pick SFC. I think it'll be a pretty close game. Team Joe Momma, I think they've been getting better each week, even though it's in the first week. But I know we played them in the show match. But from the show match to the last game they played last week, showed a lot of improvement. I think they just need to, finish the game and stay calm in the end when games go long. But SFC, from going against them, they're really strong. They're really strong, and yeah, the players can play. So I think I just give them the edge tonight.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, okay. I was just gonna give my 2 cents. I didn't get to see Telecom play yet, but seeing as though Charlie is giving them high praise, I trust that. But I'm gonna be devil's advocate here and root for Team Joe Momma, just so that we have some interesting fan base here, and who we're rooting for. So let's keep it interesting. Charlie got his money on Telecom, and I got my money on Team Joe Momma. So let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Well, the game has started. They've started their picks and bans, and we're going to throw it over to you casters. Take it away.
Okay. So we see a Tryndamere ban from Team Joe Momma. Charlie, I don't know if the other team plays a lot of Trin, or if you played against their Trin. Do you have anything on that?
From our scouting reports, I think David is chicken wings, right? He plays top, so that's the strategy we had. We banned his Tryndamere and his Jax, because one, we just don't want to see it. We hate those champions. So might as well take it out. And we see here, Big Booey's Malzahar is gone again.
Yep.
Really good. And so I don't blame him.
Yeah, and I see the Swain ban here. I think that's geared towards Waka Waka probably. I don't know if any of the other players there on Team Joe Mama play Swain, but and an Ezreal ban. Okay. Oh yeah, Neilio does play Swain. I've seen that. It's pretty good.
And there's Joe. It was Waka Waka's Kaisen. That thing was really clutch on the third game last week, so I guess they don't want to see it.
Yeah, and they see that Waka Waka is playing AD carry for sure here, so I guess that's what they geared towards the bans. And let's see what Neely. Okay, Shen pick. Okay, really good for map presence. Shen's ult can. I don't know if for those new players out there, Shen's ultimate can teleport basically to any allied teammate from anywhere in the map, and it also gives them a big shield, so can change the tide of a fight that's occurring across the map, but does require a lot of map awareness. That's why personally I couldn't play that champion, just because I'm too focused on what I'm doing in my lane, but it definitely does require a lot of map awareness.
And here's Keyline's Volley Bear. I have the privilege to play with it and play against it, and it is a pretty scary champ. Oh no, actually, he went with
switch last second switch to Rammus. Okay. I do see their Set and Lux picks here. Now I'm wondering if that's going to be a Lux support or mid. We'll find out soon. Let's see what Big Booey picks here. Okay, Heimer.
She's really good on that champion, really consistent, and she farms well with every single champion she plays. So I'm pretty excited to see this. Ban this champion from her too. So I'd like to see what she does.
Ooh, Orianna. Okay. So it's looking like okay. Okay, so it's looking like Orianna mid, and that's a Lux support. So we're missing from SFC Telecom T1 is a jungler and an AD carry, and from Team Joe Mama, an AD carry and support. So let's see how these bans go to focus on those roles. But I gotta say, Heimer, Big Booey with the Heimer in mid is gonna be tough to kill, tough to gank, just because the turrets and everything, and Heimer is just too annoying to try and deal with. So I think the play here for Telecom is probably help the top and bottom lanes and let mid just farm it out, hopefully. But we'll see. Okay, so we see a Senna and a Morgana ban, and an Elise ban from Team Joe Mama. So let's see who this last one is. Have you seen Telecom's play with Elise? Is there a reason why they targeted that ban right there?
Barely Noah picked him twice against us, and he did really well on Elise, and so I think they got that from watching our game. So
right, okay, there you go. Okay, and they banned Caitlyn. Interesting. So team fight for SFC Telecom T1's comp is pretty good. They have the Orianna, the shield to Zac, and jump in there for a huge Orianna ult.
And then the Set too.
That's just a huge front line. Yeah, and you have Lux and whoever their AD carry is just hanging in the back. Okay, so we see a Xerath support. Okay, so a lot of damage and okay, Yasuo bottom.
Right here.
Okay. Yeah, this is the Yasuo comp right here. So for the new players, Yasuo's ultimate requires the enemy champions to be knocked up. And Set has a knock-up, Zac has a knock-up, Orianna has a knock-up. So their team comp is really based on fighting as a unit. So I think what Team Joe Mama might need to do here is get some early picks, like solo or double picks here, and hopefully get rolling enough that when it comes time to group up as 5, they have a chance to stop their team comp.
Right, and also I would say too, like they should use their focus to their advantage. Xerath is really annoying in lane, so use that range that he has along with Gen 2 with his ultimate which is
Mm-hmm.
he's able to snipe somebody from far away. So let's see how that goes.
Oh, it looks like
What?
something happened over here. Okay, some I guess you can say technical difficulties. So hang on for a little bit. For those watching, we got to basically it was about to be loading screen, but we'll see how we handle this. If they do the same exact team comps or picks, I would say probably have to be the same picks, right? Just because I don't know what the technical difficulty is here. So
They had issues trading champions, so right now I'm about to create a game. They're just gonna pick the champions and be blind pick. So it should be
okay,
fine.
that's what it is. Okay.
So give us 1 second, guys. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We'll put you in here first.
Excuse me.
Then
Okay. As we figure out this these technical difficulties, quote unquote, make sure to drop in the chat who you're rooting for, maybe what you want to see champion wise in game 2. You know who your pick for player of the game might be, etc., etc. Just hit that chat, get it all going,
yeah,
and
also
make
let
sure
us know
to share.
Yeah, let us know what you think about the team comps that they have. You know,
Mhm.
like, who do you guys think would win?
Share all thoughts and everything on that chat. And don't forget to share the stream link with your friend.
Yeah, because this is for a good cause, and you know, any way we can help is great. So share it, send it to anyone you know. Let's get these views up.
And what a great way to help a cause, right? Taking people's passion for video games and just using that to help help other people. What a great way, fun way too. Getting a lot of people involved, getting a lot of people out of retirement for the game, like me.
Like you.
Yeah. So, little background as we wait. I played a lot of League, early college and prior, and I basically quit. But a lot of these guys have been playing, and when this came up, I was invited to play, but I refused initially because I hadn't played in forever. But you guys made it seem so much fun, so I had to hop back on and be a part of this fun. So okay, so we see them repicking their champions here, so this should be quick since everybody knows what's everyone playing, and we should be ready to go in no time.
Very shortly, you guys. Thanks for being patient with us, and thanks for staying. Let's see what happens.
Look like we're waiting on the...
Where?
I think it was the Lux pick.
What was it about to say?
Okay, still waiting, but game 1 should be underway anytime soon.
Very
Excited to see what goes on. Excuse me.
Guess he
Okay.
changed.
I guess there's another confusion here. So let's see. Are we gonna go continue
we're-
along with the game?
So here we go. So I wonder how the art pick's gonna be. I guess. Well, that's my favorite champion. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure probably using her for crowd control and CC. CC is crowd control for short. And one of Ari's skills is a charm, which is, she throws like a heart. And if you get hit by that, you are taunted and you're going to go towards the enemy. So if anything, maybe they're just using that. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. Ari is definitely my favorite mid champion. When I have to play mid, I play her. Super safe and it can be very aggressive. So we'll see if they stick to that and if we have to restart the game here or anything like that just to get the Lux back in the game. But I guess we'll find out shortly. All right, what are you thinking here, Charlie? Early game to start. You think we're gonna see an invade?
I would say no, just because for some reason I know we have experience playing with all these players that are playing right now, and we all love to invade. But I noticed throughout this whole tournament, no one has invaded yet. I don't know why. I don't know if people are playing scared. Or, it's mind games or whatever. But I don't know. I would say not this time. What do you think?
Okay. I think it all depends on the skill that the Xerath or two noobs starts with Xerath, because if he starts with that stun, then they will have a strong level 1 to start off the game. But if he starts with his Q, the damage output ability, there's not a lot of crowd control on Team Joe Momma's side here to initiate an invade. So, and again, same can be said, but.
So for new players out there too, when we say invade, so at the beginning of the game, usually a jungler starts at their buff. Buffs means red buff and blue buff. It gives them bonuses to help them jungle and move around the map. When you say invade, that means when you start the game, either team goes to the enemy's jungle and tries to invade, tries to take the buff, tries to get some early kills, and tries to get an early lead. So you usually want to do that if you have some kind of crowd control. On Team Joe, they got a Shen and a Rammus. They both have taunts, and Xerath has a stun. So, if they were to invade, that'd be a good idea. On the other side for SFC Telecom, not so much. If anything, maybe the set has a pull. Ari has a charm, like I stated earlier, and Zach kind of has a jump, so that could also cause problems. But if I were them, I would. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think it all depends on what abilities they start at level 1. And depending on what they get there will dictate how an invade will go down. Excuse me. Because as we've mentioned, a lot of the crowd control abilities on these champions usually aren't the typical level 1 start abilities. Like for Ari, usually it's your Q. The damage ability for Xerath is usually the Q as well. So we'll see if they're really aggressive here and really want that early start. Maybe they start with the crowd control abilities, but I guess we'll find out here shortly. All right, so champions have loaded in. Everyone has loaded in. Seems like we're keeping the Ari pick in there, and not resetting for Lux, but let's see how this goes. Okay, so immediately I see Neilio walking up to his lane, top lane. So I don't think we're gonna see an invade from Team Joe Momma here. The set also going to his lane, straight to his lane. So we see Telecom crowding around blue buff just to make sure there's no invade.
And everyone's pretty much playing safe. Hopefully invade soon enough and get some excitement going, but okay. Yeah,
chat, drop in the chat below if you want to see an invade. Maybe they see it and they're like, okay, game 2. Give the audience what they want.
Give us a show.
Okay, we see the early ward towards blue side right there. Oh,
I think they should do at the beginning of the game? Like, should they just farm it out, or like should they be aggressive? What do you think?
I think here, at least on Telecom side, depending on how well the trades go, I think Telecom side they farm it out and wait till they can group up as 5, because their team comp is super strong for like full-on team fights. But for Team Joe Mama side, I think what they need to do is get some early picks. So trade a lot, make sure you win those trades, get the Jin rolling, get the Heimerdinger rolling, output a lot of damage. You see that Xerath support, so it's going to be a lot of damage in the bot lane.
Also, I think I'm Filipino bro disconnected.
A summoner has
He is back. See here, mid lane is farming. Every lane is pretty much farming, playing safe right now. I guess trying to feel each other out.
So unfortunately for Telecom side, I'm Filipino bro disconnected for a little bit, so that's gonna give the bottom lane for Team Joe Mama a slight advantage. It looks like Wi-Fi issues. Hopefully that gets resolved soon. And we see a lot of safe play here up top, just casually farming.
Yep, Zach and Rammus just casually jungling as well, just trying to level up and get some experience and waiting for an opportunity to make a play.
Yep, we haven't seen anybody cross to the enemy territory just yet, and we see a trade up here in top. Ooh. And it looks like Set won that trade right there. Let's see how Neilio with the Shen responds after that trade. Yep, Set is getting really aggressive here because he knows he won the first trade.
Right, and since I'm Filipino bro is not around, Joe Mama's bot lane is taking advantage of it, pushing it up to the tower, and getting some hits on the turret to get closer to getting some plate money. But I don't know, hopefully he comes back soon.
Yeah, hopefully, because that will be a huge deterrent for Telecom to do a 4v5. But hope for the best. Hopefully these Wi-Fi issues get resolved, and we see more trades in top lane. And the Set really outputting a lot of damage here, getting really aggressive.
He has Conqueror too, so he wants to fight. So it works to his advantage. He's doing the right thing.
And you see that top side has wards from both teams, so let's see if Jungler can find a way to help for Team Joe Mama side here, or good trade in mid. So we're getting some decent trades in top and mid lanes.
There's a flash on Set. Nice taunt by Shen too.
Getting really good taunt. So that is a burned flash from Set there. That was a really great play on Shen's part there, for Neilio, getting that taunt under the tower, punishing him for being a little too aggressive. But we'll see how the trades continue, and it looks like he still wants more. Ooh, it's a good dodge. Ooh, and the aggressiveness is getting paid back in full with that trade. Okay, and we see the Shen recalling. Let's see if he uses that teleport to go back up there and catch up, or if he just wants to save it for a potential team fight later. But we do see the Orianna slowly running out of mana, so we'll see how these trades continue in the mid lane. And it looks like I'm Filipino bro is coming back.
He's back, I think.
He is back.
Here we go. Let's see, might be a different game.
Hopefully he can catch up and experience and gold here, but Team Joe Mama not letting that up, taking advantage of the opportunity that they were given.
And also too, for new players out there too, like you also got to remember, like not every game is lost at the beginning. Like if you can drag the game out to the late game meaning like a long game. Like usually games are about 25 to 30 minutes. But if you can drag it past that, a gold lead or an item that anybody has, sometimes it doesn't matter anymore. If you can just make one play, make it count, that's all you need to, to get a win.
Very true. And it's good to mention that too because. Ooh, yep. Okay.
They're on bot with Waka Waka.
They are punishing them for the solo lane, bot lane, taking advantage of that advantage. But like Charlie said, it's not over. A lot of things can change over the course of the game. And sometimes it comes down to the very last minute. And they take advantage of that lead with a dragon. So first dragon goes to Team Joe Momma. We see a trade up here in top.
You see here, Big Buoy also just put in pressure towards mid lane as she always does. Very consistent with mid lane and looking good.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Heimer pick. Oh, another fight top. Ooh, and the ult comes down and a kill for top lane first set. That was a really aggressive fight right there.
Yes, and again, Chicken Wings using Set's shield to his advantage. That shield is very strong, and he's able to tower dive a lot of times if he wants to.
Oh, it looks like Orianna's getting aggressive here, noticing that the Heimer is out of mana.
So I think Filipino Bro is actually still not back.
Yep, it looks like he's just still there, yep. Yeah, okay, so I think that's a huge upside with Heimer. There's a lot of pressure in lane because down those turrets and clear waves fairly quickly. And the Orianna being aggressive with that, the turrets will punish her. But we'll see how mid lane results.
We see too, Big Buoy did TP back, so she's continuing to push and just keep that pressure
we'll see
up.
how
And that's what she does really well, from my experience and your experience of playing with her, with Heimer. So, it's an annoying champ, but if you can figure out how to win, it's very satisfying. But she was really good at it, so.
No, big props to her. Yeah, I think this is the right call for her to put a lot of pressure in mid lane, bring Zach's attention down in mid lane, and being on a Heimer is hard to gank, and now you're taking Zach away from any of the other lanes by pressuring that mid lane. And we see an ult here from Jhin in bottom lane. Ooh, manages to get the Ahri with that third shot.
Walker is a sniper. Literally.
Definitely. Oh, we see another set ult here. Ooh, manages to get the kill, even though Key Lime is coming in to try and help.
When Zach's coming up in the way to
Set is different. Ooh, yep. And here's the Zach with the counter gank. Set's coming to follow. And watch the mid laners. It looks like they're trying to get in on this.
Yeah, everyone's moving. This is great. And they're on Rift Herald right now, so taking this objective off the map, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that is a good call here, as Shen still has to come back from base from that previous fight. And we see bottom tower taking a lot of damage here, as expected from having a 2v1 lane down there.
It's almost down, so they might get the first turret extra gold money. Hopefully we can see that.
Red team's turret has been
And we see the set sticking around even when he's half health and still trading, being really aggressive here. Very confident in his damage output. Yep. And Big Buoy with the Heimer creating a lot of pressure mid lane still.
A lot of pressure. It's non-stop.
Excuse me. So we see, as expected, Team Joe Mama has a 3K gold lead from that first tower from the dragon. Let's see how Telecom plans to retaliate.
Oh, there's an old mid lane from Joe Mama.
Ooh, yep. Let's see what he gets here. Ooh. Oh, we see Keyline coming in. Yep, there it is.
Secured.
A lot of pressure in the mid lane right now. It's only Zac there.
They're gonna hard push this as expected. See if they can just expand their gold lead and make it farther.
And we see that dragon is up now, so that might be the call right after this tower.
And you are right. See Waka Waka and 2 noobs going down there. And Big Bully's still keeping pressure on mid. That's good too. So they're taking a lot of things and getting a lot of advantages on the map.
Yeah, Team Joe Mama is doing a great job of map presence and map pressure. And we see a trade up here in top, which brings me to what I was about to say, but that relieves a lot of pressure on Neilio with Shen, that they're doing so well across the map, so he doesn't have to worry too much about using that ult to get across, and can worry focus on his lane against that set, that really aggressive set.
Yeah, that is right too. Because when he ults out of his lane, you know, if his TP for teleport, if his teleport summoner skill is down, he'd have to walk back to lane, and by doing that, you know, it gives Chicken Wings a big advantage, and he's able to farm, you know, get plays from the tower, and you know, just get ahead. So it's really good that Team Joe Mama is doing good as a whole, so he doesn't have to work.
That is exactly right, and we see that Set might be trying to roam here, looking for an opportunity for a catch.
Summon the rift,
and they drop the rift. Yep.
Oh, they might be going in for a dive.
Yeah, that might be the call.
Turret is down.
Yep. And Shen is still hanging around over there. Yep.
He survived.
Okay, we see the flash get out. Let's see if he survives. Let's see if Key Lime's coming in for some help, but Orianna is there to follow.
Oh, wow. Big fight going happening.
Yep. That is huge. Shen goes down. Zac goes down, but his passive is still up. Key Lime's still going in. And that set is still alive.
Still alive.
Oh, here we go. Jin ult. Trying to see if he can catch. So we see, I believe, what was an even trade.
Through my work, you shall transcend.
Oh, here comes a set. And that is huge. That is a huge shutdown on the set. And we are getting Waka Waka rolling on that Jin. Which brings Team Joe Mama's kill count to 5, leading by 1 against Telecom's 4 kills.
It's a pretty close game again, you know? Like, this must be the theme of the tournament here. Every game is, you know, pretty close. It's like neck and neck. And even though Filipino Bro did DC, you know, his team is, you know, carrying the load, and they're all still in.
They are still in the game. They still have that mid tower managed to live from that big push earlier. So they still have a chance to pressure other lanes. The gold lead is still hanging around 4K for in favor of Team Joe Mama. And we see this lane swap as Waka Waka and 2 noobs are now in top lane.
Looking Big Blue is now in the bot lane.
I think that's the right call here for Big Booey to go up against the 2 laners, just because Heimer is a very safe pick, but we see Key Lime trying to initiate a fight here, seeing if they could extend their kill lead.
Oh, onto the Orianna.
And here it is. The Shen comes in time, and there it is. Kill number 6 for Team Joe Mama. And we did see Team Joe Mama take top tower. So a lot of pressure here.
The gold lead is getting wider. It's about 5K now, so that's the whole point of the game, you guys. Once you get a gold lead, you need to try to keep it or try to find some way to expand it. You can do that by taking objectives off the map, turrets, getting kills, and also keep farming too. Just make sure you get your gold and experience, so you level up and you'll be strong.
That is exactly right. And let's see if Telecom can shorten that gold lead. And we see Telecom's Rift Herald call here. And it is just a set in the Zac, but we see 3 of Team Joe Momma there trying to contest, but Oriana is following from behind. And Key Lime is trailing as well.
He's making his way.
Ooh, and the kill on the set, that is huge. Getting Waka Waka on Jin rolling. And that it will be another kill for the Jin. And it looks like Oriana might be stuck here. Her flash is down, and that is a triple kill for Jin.
Triple kill for Waka Waka. He is getting scared.
Yeah, you never want to see a Jin get rolling like that. It outputs so much damage. And given their team comp, they have the Shen and the Ramus as a front line for the Jin, so it looks like they're using that team comp to work.
Making the way to Dragon. Infernal right now. That's a nice Dragon for Jin. Makes him even stronger.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for Telecom to respond to this. That is a 3 Dragon lead, extending the gold lead to 7K now. And the kill lead is now 5.
Alright, so Carlo, I want your opinion. So if you were in SFC's position, what would you do? Or if you were in Paolo, barely Noah, team captain, what would you tell your team to keep them keep their spirits up?
So I think what we said earlier, the game is not decided until maybe 25 minutes into the game, one fight can change the tide. I think what Telecom needs to do here is group as a whole and try and see if they can catch Team Joe Momma on any of their mistakes they're making. So I think the game here is to catch up by capitalizing on any mistakes that Team Joe Momma might make.
Oh,
right here we see the 1v1 with the set and the Jin. Ooh, just barely getting it. And will he dodge all the... That was very close. So that would have been a huge play for Telecom right there if they got that shutdown on the Jin. But it is showing that Set is still a force to be reckoned with, that he was able to output all that damage, get that really close kill on Jin. Well, we see Zac initiating a fight here. Oriana following. Shen ult. The Zac goes down, but the passive is up. Oriana is taunted. That is a kill on the Oriana. And Key Lime is still looking for more here with the Ahri.
Oh, and he sees red.
This is it. Will he keep it going here? Yep, he wanted that one.
So right now we see Team Joe Momma's just grouping and pushing mid. They're using their gold lead to an advantage, but they know they're stronger. They know that SFC cannot fight them, so they're just grouping and brute forcing their way to their base.
That is correct. I think this is the right call for Team Joe Momma. If they were to be doing their own things and have split, that would give Telecom a chance to group up and catch them on a mistake, which is what we were talking about earlier. So the whole catching them on a mistake thing is looking fairly grim. Looks like Team Joe Momma is playing their A game right now. Not too many mistakes here going on. They're getting really aggressive. They got a lot of pressure around the map, going from tower to tower here. And as soon as they reset, that gold lead is just gonna continue. They're gonna have their items, and it's just gonna be a lot more harder for Telecom to come back here. But this is still a game, still very possible.
It's never over, you guys. It's never over. So
that is true. So we see that mid inhibitor is down. That will create a lot of pressure in that mid lane. Let's see how Team Joe Mama uses that pressure to capitalize on any other objectives.
Yeah, and also too, since they got a lot of their outer towers and they're able to get closer to their base, now they're able to put more wards into the enemy's jungle. I'm sorry. So they're able to see and have vision. And you already know, Carlos, vision wins games.
Vision wins games. Vision wins games, and that is a huge thing for Telecom too, to have an even battle in the Vision War, just so that if Team Joe Mama does make a vision there to capitalize on it, they don't overcommit to anything if they don't have vision. You know, as we just said, vision wins games. That's a number one tip for people that just start this game. That you won't win if you do not have vision of the map.
You want to see buy a ward to save a life, save a champion's life.
That is correct.
So we see here Dragon is spawning soon. So I'm pretty sure both teams are going to try to contest it. This would be Soul Dragon Forge Team Joe Mama, but SFC is trying to deny that. So hopefully they can, and this might be the turning point. If they can get a pick or some kind of good team fight, this could turn the game.
And we
around.
do see the Shen splitting top lane. Both his TP and his ult are up. So this is the benefit of having a Shen on your team, or just having a top laner with teleport on. Spreading the map around, have that pressure top lane. Oh, and we see the set engaging on a 2v1 here. Close.
Shield.
Close.
Oh, see, but as you see, the power of the Shen ult. The Shen ult is very powerful, and it's good that Neelio is looking around the map. If you want to use Shen, you need to be able to read the map and see, when and when not to use that ult. And that was a good example of when you should have used it and how you should play Shen. So, good job, Neelio.
And with that, they get the dragon. And to bounce off of your comment about the Shen, that is a huge ult from him, because now he still has his teleport up, and he can still create pressure on the side lanes opposite of his team, because he still has that opportunity to teleport for a team fight.
And that's what we see. We see him going towards the bot side. So if anything, I would think the play would be for Team Joe Mama to play around Baron, on Baron's side. So while Neelio splits bottom, if they do need him for a fight, he can just teleport in and be there for his team.
And it looks like that is exactly what they're about to do. They're setting up. Team Joe Mama is setting up vision. They're starting the Baron, and we see that Zach is approaching.
Could be a steal. You never know.
Yeah, I think the call here for Telecom is to just try and steal and get out. I don't think they want to do a team fight here. And here comes Zach getting ready. And Keyline with the smite on time. Zach goes down, but his passive is still up. You see Waka Waka on the Jhin, trying to create more opportunities with that ult. But now we see Team Joe Mama, no deaths on their side from that fight. The Baron and the engage.
I'm going
That was a
in.
really good. Ooh, the Shen engaging now. Zach going in, taking on the whole team. Yasuo with a pretty good ult there.
Oh, Oriana, oh.
Ooh, the Oriana goes down. The Yasuo is down. So all there is left for Telecom is the Ahri.
Pushing down mid lane. I think this might be game here.
Zach trying to make a last-ditch effort here.
And he goes down.
That Jhin is scary. And we see game one goes to Team Joe Mama. Unfortunately, they had a difficulty with a teammate connecting to the game and staying connected, so hopefully that gets resolved and game two may go either way.
Yeah,
Yes.
unfortunately, sometimes that happens.
Mhm.
I think a decision was made to go ahead and keep going. I think if it was early enough, I think we could have probably done a regame. But we're gonna have to move on to game two. They're just gonna have to lick their wounds and get ready. And so, but before we actually jump onto game two, we're actually gonna take a quick break. We're gonna be playing an Angkop video. So for those who are watching and wondering what Angkop is about, this is a quick video to just to show what we're doing this for and what this cause is about. So production, anytime we can show the video.
Angkop, a ministry, a mission, building the church of the poor, and sharing Christ's transforming love. Angkop is Couples for Christ, armed in carrying out its core values of pro-God, pro-family, pro-life, and pro-poor, with the key principle that Christ is the center of the work and must be proclaimed in word and in deed. Angkop USA helps transform the lives of poor children and their families, helping restore hope and dignity through education sponsorship programs, humanitarian relief, community development, and social development programs. Angkop believes that education of the poor child and his family is key to poverty alleviation. Angkop also provides humanitarian relief through medical missions and is expanding its mission work to Mexico and Central America.
At the very end of our medical mission for San Mateo. So there was these two ladies that talked to me, and one of them comes straight and says, "We have been waiting you guys for so long, and you guys are God life that we have been waiting for a very, very long time."
My name is Augie.
And Sharon De Leon.
And we are Angkop advocates from Virginia, USA. We love Angkop because it equates to loving our neighbor.
We love Angkop because it's an opportunity and avenue for us to be like Christ to others.
And loving our neighbor is our expression of our love for the Lord.
Angkop USA seeks to forge partnerships with individuals and organizations that share its vision of helping the poorest of the poor and transforming lives. With Angkop, you can demonstrate a tangible, long-lasting impact on the life of a child, their family, and ultimately their community. Together, we can transform lives, one student at a time. Sponsor a child today.
It might be actually, because
You guys are back.
I think mine slows down and then catches up.
Okay, yeah, because like I noticed like I would be talking about stuff and like, oh wait, like you didn't see it yet, so like I would have to like wait.
Don't cast off
Yeah,
of the
I
stream.
think
Cast
there's like
off
a
of-
little slight delay on my side.
Welcome
don't
back,
cast-
guys. We're here.
All right, welcome back. So interesting game one. Hopefully, SFC Telecom T1 can bounce back. I think their internet has stabilized, so I'm looking forward to how they react in game two here. We got some people in chat saying, "Hey, SFC Telecom T1 in 3," so they're assuming they're gonna win this game and have a game 3 deciding match. So we're just waiting for the teams to get on. So how much of an impact with Filipino Bro being out did that have in game 1, guys?
You want to take this, Carlo?
So for newbies like myself, right, who don't play as much, having one player out for an extended amount of time, how much impact
I
does it
am having some slow Wi-Fi issues right now.
Okay, so while he gets that, Chalet, how would you answer that question?
Having, like, if you're in, like, for example, in the bot lane that we saw, if it's 2v2, and if you're missing one person, and it's a 1v2 lane, it's really, really hard because the lane that has 2 people in it know that they can be aggressive. They know that they can push the lane. They know they can get hit from the tower, and they can get hits on the champion as well. And that, as a result, makes the champion or the other player who's playing by themselves have to recall and go back, miss the wave of minions, miss the experience, miss the gold. So it sets you further behind. And also the champion that is disconnected or just not there, they're missing out on that as well. So it just puts them further and further behind. And as a result, it can lead to the jungler focusing more on the bot side. Like, what if top lane needs more help, but they have to focus on the bot lane because that person was missing, or like they have to forget objectives, to help them catch up. So it has an effect on the entire game. So it's
pretty significant. Then if you keep going back to the basketball analogy, Seth, it's probably like 4-on-5. You're gonna be really easy to score.
But also, for example, in hockey, when you have a power play,
yeah, that's true.
Some teams can mitigate that loss by doing some sort of a strategy to be a defensive strategy. Is there some sort of a defensive strategy that you can apply in League of Legends where you are down? I mean, I'm sure this happens a lot in ladder or in ranked games. Are there some defensive strategies that you can implement to mitigate that?
You want to take this, Carlo?
Yeah, I think we touched on this earlier in game 1, but a lot of it is the vision war. If you win the vision war and you can catch the other team on any of their mistakes, like say one player is off by themselves and you catch on that, take advantage of that, you create an opportunity to put more pressure on the map now that it creates a 4v5 situation at that point. So vision wins games, like both me and Charlie said earlier. And just being able to try and gather yourself, reset after a team fight. If you lost that team fight, mentally reset, like, hey, what went wrong? Evaluate that. Maybe say, okay, our damage players are getting killed too quickly, or they're not getting protected enough. Let's switch momentum or switch mentality here and try.
I think
team fight mechanisms are to peel for your carries, to protect them and let them continue outputting as much damage as they can for as long as they can.
Gotcha. So it really there was a snowball effect at that point, I guess, and it really showed with the result of that game. But it looks like they've already started their bans and their picks. And we'll throw it back to you so you guys can talk in more detail any strategies and adjustments that they're doing based on game 1. So go ahead, casters, take it away.
Gotcha. All right, so I think, I don't know, Carlos there. I think he's having some internet issues, but we see here now that each team has made some subs. We see Jodo in the bot lane now playing AD carry or attack damage carry, and we see Trillian in the game now as support. So in terms of the picks and bans, we see that Team Joe Momma did ban the Caitlyn. That is Jodo's favorite champion. Also with the Tristana as well, he can play that really well. And on the side of SFC Telecom, we see that they banned the Swain, as we know that Neilio and Waka Waka play, and the Rammus. They don't want Key Lime on that as well because they cause them problems. Oh, and the Gen 2 from Waka Waka, so we'll see. Oh, the Jax comes through. Chicken Wings plays a great Jax. I have the pleasure of playing with him and against him with that. And he is a problem on that champion. Jax causes so many problems, matchup problems. He is a fighter, and if he gets rolling, he will steamroll over the whole team. So we'll see how Team Joe Momma answers that play.
Yep, and sorry guys, it looks like I am now having the Wi-Fi issues and not just Johnny Boy on Telecom side. So hopefully I can sustain this connection and stay with you guys, but it looks like my league app is now bugging out too because I'm missing some of the ban picks here. So, I only see the Swain and Tristana bans, and we see that the Jax and Elise are let through, and we see that the Shen is let through as well, and we get the Volibear pick from Keyline.
Yeah, so you see here, this Jinx pick should be for Jodo. If anything, I guess Chips Kaloy, if he's not going to pick, is trying to see a swap, so I think he wants to see what Big Buoy will play first, and then maybe he'll see if he can counter that. And the Vayne.
Ooh, we get a Vayne.
That should be for Jodo. It has to be. And the Malzahar, the first time
Malzahar
on Malzahar this whole tournament. It's always been banned, so we'll see how she works on it. I mean, you give
they
her
finally let the Malzahar get through. This will be fun to watch.
What the second phase of the bannings are. I see the Anivia. Oh, the Anivia. Chips Kaloy, shout out to you with your Anivia last game when we played. It was amazing, sir. Have a Nautilus ban. And we'll see what happens.
So for Team Joe Mama, we are missing bot lane. And for Telecom, it looks like we are missing the support and potentially the mid.
Potentially the mid. Unless he does play Vayne mid. I mean, anything is possible. We've seen a Caitlyn mid before, so...
Yep, that is an interesting pick for mid lane. For those that don't know Vayne's ability, she has an ability that pushes an enemy champion away, but if the trajectory is against an obstacle, like say a wall or a turret or anything like that, they get stunned. And mid lane, as you guys have seen in game 1, doesn't have a lot of walls to use to capitalize that ability with. So I'm doubting that that's a Vayne mid. Probably going to Jodo, like Charlie mentioned, and we see that the Xayah is picked here for bottom lane, and let's see what we get here from SFC Telecom. And the pick is...
Oh.
Ooh, Shaco.
Go. First
Okay.
One in the tournament as well.
Interesting. So Shaco is usually a jungler, and so is Elise. Now I'm curious to see who's going where.
I would, if anything, I would bank on that Shaco being the support.
Oh, that is possible too. But we see the Morgana coming up.
And that could be a support too, but if anything, I think that might be for Chips Kaloy. Oh.
Oh, and we see, okay, another little mini difficulty here.
Another difficulty. Yeah.
It looks like we are missing Jodo.
Oh, okay. So I think he was having some technical difficulties on his side, so...
Okay,
Yeah.
so he is now back, and we are still missing one from... There it is, okay.
Okay. I think we should be starting soon again.
Game 2 should be underway soon. Make sure to drop your picks for Game 2 in the chat. Let us know what you guys think. And on that topic, who do you think? Who do you got this game, Charlie?
From my picks, well, from the picks that we just saw, I might have to give the edge this time to... I'm switching my stance here. Going to Joe Mama.
Okay, okay.
What I saw from Shen with Neely on Shen, he played really well on Shen. And then if they give Big Buoy her Malzahar, she is scary on that champion. She farms well, plays safe, but also the ultimate of Malzahar is a strong CC which suppresses the enemy, meaning that they can't move. and they're stuck. But there are some items that you can buy that can negate that, but all you need is that one ult, and she can create picks with that, and that can turn the game around.
That is correct. And we did see the hover on Morgana before the difficulties came around, so let's see if that ends up being their pick. But it could very well be a mid either Shaco or Morgana. Those and support interchangeably. So we'll see what they go with here.
And so it should be the same picks and bans as before. I think that's what they were saying in the chat. So this should go pretty quickly, so we should be underway in no time, guys.
That is correct. Game 2 should be underway within the next couple minutes here. Excited to see how Telecom bounces back.
And also, yeah, this game is all about adjustments. So let's see, SFC, what adjustments they make, and hopefully they can come out with the win this game, and hopefully it'll be better.
That is very true, and we do see that the Jax and the Elise were let through, like we mentioned earlier. So that could be a huge game changer for Telecom here. That their changes that they prefer are now in play. But that it goes the same for Big Buoy with her Malzahar. And here we go, trying to get the bans out there quick, get those picks back on so that we can get game 2 underway.
Well, how about you, Carlo? As of now, what do you think from the picks that we've seen? The edge to this game?
I have not seen the Elise and Jax being played yet, and seeing as though that those were targeted in the first banning round of game 1, that could change the tide here. And we do see that it's a Brand and not a Shaco pick. So there may have been a little slight mistake earlier, but I think... Ooh, and we have Leona. I think here, I want to say Team Joe Momma's team composition is looking really scary. So I think my vote goes for them, but we, like I said earlier, I don't know how good the chicken wings on Jax is, and barely know on Elise is. And from what I hear from you, seems like very confident picks for those two players. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I would say though this Morgana pick on Johnny Boy is actually really good. So for all the players who don't know what Morgana does, she does have one skill. I think it's called Black Shield, and that shield can protect the champion from skills or CC. So we've seen a CC from Shen, which is a taunt. I spoke about earlier with Big Buoy with that suppressed ult that can make you just stuck. And also Leona has a lot of crowd control. She has a stun, like she can go to you, and also like her ultimate, it can stun the whole team. So that Black Shield will be really important in this game, and it could probably help SFC survive all the CC and all these problems, and can keep them in the game.
And that Morgana pick is huge for team fights for Telecom side to get that ult down, lay as much crowd control as you can on Team Joe Momma's team. Get that Shen and Volibear under control so that you can try and reach their backline, get that Malzahar and Xayah.
Like also from Elise and Morgana, they both have stuns. Or Morgana has a snare, Elise has a stun. I think it's her web, it's one of her skills. So that their team, they can make a lot of picks happen. So Team Joe Momma has to be really careful and has to play really safe to make sure they're not getting caught and make mistakes.
That is correct. And game 2 should be underway just in a couple minutes here.
We should be loading the delay.
So make sure, audience, anyone who's watching, continue to use that chat, continue to share with your friends. Get this out there, have a lot of people participating in this, and have some fun.
Soon, still loading in. So hopefully after this time, maybe with all the crowd control that both teams have, we might see an invade this game. So I don't know.
Yeah. That is actually very good point. That is a very good point.
Give us some excitement at the beginning of the game, you guys.
I think at least for us casters, we want to see an invade for the first time in the LAS. Hopefully, chat was going with us on that too, and let's see if we get an invade in game 2. It will be huge. Morgana starts her stun. We'll see if the Elise starts with her web to follow up. Team Joe Momma does have the Leona and the Shen taunt. So let's see how the beginning of this game goes.
And I would say too also with this Vayne pick on Jodo, I played with him on this champion. He's very good and consistent on this champion. So if this game does go late, late as again, like if it's like 30 plus minutes, the later the game goes, the stronger Vayne gets. So if I was Joe Momma, I'd try to end this game early so I wouldn't have to deal with that. But yeah, so I guess with all the CC that they have, let's see if they could take advantage of that and stop it before it happens.
Yeah, and I think the key thing here is if Jodo does get rolling on that Vayne, that come team fights, that big buoy with the Malzahar will have to focus her ult on the Vayne just to keep that Vayne under control.
Yes, so if I was Joe Momma, I would drop all the CC and skills I have on Jodo and just get him off the map. So it'll all be automatic 4v5, and you guys should win. So we'll see if that's the game plan for them, or we'll see how Jodo goes. I don't know.
And we will see too, because Brand does have a lot of damage output, and Jax is just a force to be reckoned with. He'll just run up to you and still do a lot of damage while absorbing as much damage too. So they do have a lot of threats on Telecom side. So it might not just be the Vayne that's the problem.
That Jax is scary. Just looking at him, I'm already scared.
All right, and game 2 is underway. We see that Team Joe Momma is lining up for a more defensive look here. And it doesn't look like Telecom wants to invade here either. They are doing a little defensive start as well.
So I guess still no invade. I guess we'll see one soon, I'm pretty sure.
Oh man, I really want that early excitement.
Yes, I do too.
Minions have spawned. Minions have spawned.
And here we go.
All right, Charlie. What are your thoughts? Who do you think is the key matchup here?
Right now, I think the key matchup in this game would be the mid lane. I say this
mid lane?
Yes, well, because one, I play mid lane, and I feel that if the mid lane moves around and makes plays around the map, they can have an effect on the entire team, because that lane is accessible to anywhere. You can go to the jungle, you can go to the top, you can go to the bottom. It really is key. So between Chips, Kaloi, and Big Buoy, I want to see like who's able to get a lead on their champion, and also I want to see some roams. Like I feel like roaming will help the team, and whoever can get a lead first, I think they'll have an advantage of throughout.
Ooh, and we see Barely Known with the early gank in bot lane, and it looks the heal is burned, and it looks like Leona is gonna get out by a hair.
Yeah.
That's some early aggressiveness from Telecom here, trying to get that early pressure.
That's a nice flash by.
And we see a little bit of trades up here.
On this taunt. Okay.
And that should be a huge advantage for bot lane. We have the Leona backing into base just to reset, and now they have all the pressure in bot lane.
And that's what we were talking about before, like a 2v1 lane. I mean, even though this is not really a 2v1 lane, but the fact that Leona went back early, Waka Waka is trying his hardest to try to, stop the push of bot lane. But as we see, SFC is just pushing and, taking advantage of that. So.
And we did just see a trade in top lane with the Jax, with Chicken Wings having to flash out of there, so that's another advantage in top lane. And we see both junglers hovering around the scuttle on Rift side, and the steal goes to... That was hard to catch. Oh, it goes to Telecom.
Nice. Very good smite.
And we do see that the Leona is still level 2 here, so they do have a levels advantage here, and I want to see if they try and... Oh, okay. The missed Q there from the Morgana, and that is exactly what I was about to call out, trying to get a trade there. And it looks like top is as aggressive as it was last game. A lot of trades in top lane.
A lot of fighting up there. It's crazy.
It's a lot of aggressive play up there. I like it, seeing a lot of trades in here. We see another one. Let's see if Jax can get out. Ooh, first blood falls to Nelio on the Shen.
That is huge.
And we see the junglers battling it out over there. Mid laners are hovering over to help if need be, but it looks like that's all that it comes out to. Just a small little trade. Oh, it looks like Jax is coming for vengeance.
Jump in.
And let's see if Shen can get out. Shen does burn the flash. But comes out with his life. So that is another big trade up top. Both flashes are down for top lane. We see a teleport from Big Buoy back into mid lane. And a trade here bottom lane. Let's see if they catch Jodo. Do they? Doesn't look like they will, but here comes Barely Noah with Elise and a flash stun. And another follow-up stun. This is a huge turn. Let's see if Waka Waka can make something out of this. Can he get the Elise? No! So Jodo and Elise get out of that barely, just barely. Now tying the kill count to 1-1.
Yeah, and that kill on Jodo is pretty big. He has a lead on Waka Waka right now, and like we said earlier, if Vayne gets rolling, the later the game goes, the strongest he gets, so it's pretty huge for him.
Yeah, I think that is a very important point. It's either Vayne gets rolling here for Telecom or the Jax gets rolling for Telecom, and we saw that the Jax had the lost battle up top, and the Vayne got the trade off there with the kill down in bot lane. So let's see how both these teams fare in the mid and late game.
There's a key lime in the dragon pit.
Trying to get that first drag. And it looks like first dragon, the Cloud Dragon, will go to Team Joe Mama.
Joe Mama.
They're still keeping up the objective pressure that we saw in game 1.
Yes. And good thing you point about that too, because also for new players of League, way to trade up top before I finish my thought. Oh.
Ooh.
Chicken Wings goes down again. Yes, like I was saying earlier, even though for new players of League, even though you're down in kills and gold, you can get objectives and you can still win the game. Because objectives,
that is very true.
Dragons, they give you, bonuses and power-ups that just can help you survive and get strong. So again, there's many ways you can win. It's not just by kills and gold.
Ooh, we see Keelan flash, but a good disengage from Jodo there to get him off of her.
Very good condemn. And so for new players of Vayne, and condemn was one of her skills where she can push an enemy back. And the special thing about it is, like, if you push it into an object or like terrain, like a wall or like a turret, the champion that gets hit by it will be stunned.
And it is a very good way to protect yourself, as we saw with Keelan flashing in to try and engage in a fight there, and Jodo with just a quick click of a button disengages a whole opportunity for a big fight down there in bottom. Oh, and it looks like bottom lane still wants some to trade here, and the Morgana goes down. What a good engage by the Leona.
It was a nice route by Trillian. Very nice. Take advantage of that.
The Black Shield is not enough to take care of that much CC. And it looks like they're going for a dive here and come out unscathed. So a 2-for-0 trade in bottom lane.
That was really played. So Leona went on the Vayne and was tanking the tower damage while Waka Waka just finished off the Vayne.
And we see a little scuffle over here for red buff, and it looks like it does go to barely Noah with the steal. And Jax is there to help, but Shen's ult coming in to turn the fight, hopefully. 2v3, big buoy behind, but no mana.
It's even right now. Open the Jax. Mana.
The brand is going to escape.
Ooh.
Ooh, it looks like they're... Shen still smells blood.
This fight is going on.
Oh, the brand goes down. And let's see if Jax can get away here. Ooh, looks like Jax wants to turn. Ooh, but the Shen still wins the trade there. What a turn for Team Joe Mama there.
Shen is 5-0 and he is massive right now, and he has a shutdown of 300 gold.
That is a huge lead for that Shen. So we see bounties on the Shen and the Xayah. So hopefully on Telecom side they can get a shutdown on either one of those, get the gold lead, cut the gold lead down a little bit, catch up. But the kill count is now 7-2 in the favor of Team Joe Mama.
Yes, and since Shen is so ahead, this might give an advantage to Joe Mama, because now Keylime doesn't really need to help out that lane if he doesn't need to. He can focus elsewhere on the map and get other objectives. So that, by Nelio being 5-0, it gives his team a bit of a boost.
And that does create a lot of pressure for Telecom, because as we saw from game 1, Shen has a lot of map presence. So laying down the pressure top lane, and especially if he's winning that lane, still causes a huge trouble for every other lane.
Alright, so Carl, let me ask you a question. So if you were Jax, what would you do in this position? Like, how would you get back in the game?
I think I would try not to trade. Take as little trades as possible, farm up, possibly try and do some early rotates to mid, try and catch a kill there. Maybe even roam with your jungler, roam with the Elise if she's topside, try and get a pick, get you rolling back in the game. But we do see barely Noah getting caught out here on the Elise, and the kill goes to Leona though. But Waka Waka still smelling blood.
Going. He's moving forward. Alright.
And the kill lead is now extended by one more for Team Joe Mama.
Yeah,
and we do. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You got it. That's not something was happening.
I was gonna say we do see the with Keylime on the Rift, and a lot of trades still happening in top lane.
And if I was Neil, I would do the same thing. I would just keep putting the pressure on this Jax.
Mm-hmm. And Keylime still hanging around on top, dropping the Rift. Let's see if they try and get first tower here.
And see also, if this is happening, if I was on the SFC Telecom, if I was barely Noah, I would try to, if I see Keylime at the top, I would try to do something on the other side of the map. I would either go through his jungle, try to clear his camps, or his, the monsters in there, or try to make a play somewhere else.
And it does look like Elise is down in the middle, and Brand is up top to help, but doesn't look like it's enough. We're getting fights all over the map. All over the map. All the while Elise getting the dragon.
Oh, and Nelio just survives as well. He's still alive, running for his life.
In the span of what seems like 10 seconds, something was happening all across the map.
Everywhere.
And that is the excitement I want to see. I want to see a lot of aggressiveness here.
A lot of action. I love it.
And the Dragon objective there does go to SFC Telecom T1, which will help them out a little bit, and it is an Infernal Drake, which will help their damage output. So let's see how they can capitalize on that.
Yeah, so even though a lot of kills happen in turrets are still up, but a lot of kills happen around the map, at least they got something in return, an objective. And like you said earlier, you know, you could still win the game if you get objectives. So the game's not over yet, still early, so a lot can happen.
It is still early, but Team Joe Mama does have a 7k gold lead now. Let's see how they capitalize on this lead, and let's see what Telecom does to try and respond. We do see that both junglers hanging around bot side mid, leaving top lane to be on their own island. And as expected, that Shen is trying to force some trades here, continue on his lead.
And that tower is almost down too, so
it is.
First turret. Oh, is first turret down? Is bot lane tower down? Yes, it is.
Yep, they did get the bot lane tower.
Yeah, they're trying to get some more gold. Another tower means more money for the team.
We do see the Elise hanging out top side, and it doesn't look like she's gonna go look for a kill on the Shen. Ooh, bot lane looking for a fight here. Good engage on Leona.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
Black Shield is not enough to stop all that CC from the Leona.
The Leona pick was looking deadly right now. All she has to do is just hop on the Morgana or the Vayne and, you know, just let Waka apply the damage, and usually it ends up in a kill.
Yeah, and like Charlie mentioned earlier, Morgana's Black Shield ability can stop a single ability. And as we see from Leona, she has 3 abilities that can either stun or root the champion. So that Black Shield is not enough to stop Leona. And here we go, another engage on the Brand, and that is a clean kill. And Key Lime looking for blood here too. Trying to taking a lot of tower damage. Ooh, Volibear does fall to Jodo, but he also falls as well. And it looks like the Leona might go, but the Shen comes in.
The Shen ult
at least goes. Ooh, that Shen ult. Like we talked about for game 1, that Shen ult. It looked like Leona was gonna fall there, but it looks like Team Joe Mama falls with only 1 death, while Telecom comes down with 3.
And also, I just want to point out too that the Malzahar ult, you see when she puts that beam on you, or whoever she ults, you just stand still. So that is a pick catcher. So that ult is really deadly, and with their team comp, if someone's caught, they're stuck. There's no way you can get out.
Yeah, Team Joe Mama's team comp has so much CC, so as soon as one lands, it's just a huge chain of those abilities. You will virtually not move for a good 5-6 seconds.
Yeah, and that's all you need, and the kill it most likely end up in a kill.
That is all you need. 6 seconds is a lot of time to land all your damage on one champion. So we do see from that previous fight that on Telecom side, both mid towers are now down, and Team Joe Mama continues to lay on the map pressure.
Yes, and with that mid tower being down again, it allows them to get further into the enemy's jungle. You know, they can put down vision so they're able to see. And again, the more that you can see, the more that you know. Again, vision wins games.
And that is very true, and we see that on Team Joe Mama's side, as you can see from the mini-map. There's a lot of wards on that bot side jungle because they know that Dragon is coming up.
They set up. They were able to set up very nicely, so this should be pretty free. Hopefully, but you never know. Could be a steal.
And it looks like SFC Telecom is just gonna let it go. No attempt for a steal there from barely Noah.
Yeah. And the lead gets bigger. Leads get bigger. Another objective taken, so Joe Mama is getting stronger.
And we do see 3 members of Team Joe Mama hanging around mid lane. Let's see what they do with this pressure. It looks like they might be doing a Rift Herald call here.
They have about 2 minutes, and I'm pretty sure they can get it. Barely Noah's on his bottom side jungle, so I don't know if they'll make it to contest.
And I don't know if they can, because as you can see in the mini-map, Morgana and Vayne are bot lane. They are way too far to try and contest this.
That is true.
So hopefully what I see from Telecom here is a bottom tower going down, but we do see the Shen teleport to stop that. So Team Joe Mama here doing a really good job of objectives and map pressure, and even defending their own. And we see Barely Noah goes down, and another big fight is happening. Jax is still trying to get to Waka Waka, but can't. The Leona is too much, and that is what we call peel right there. As Jax kept trying to go to the backline on the Xayah, but Leona did exactly what she needed to do and protected Waka Waka on that fight.
Hey Carl, can you go into more in depth of what peel means for the new players out there?
Yes, so we mentioned this earlier, but a little more in depth. Peeling is mostly for a lot of the tankier champions with a lot of crowd control abilities to protect their carries. And as you can see here, Key Lime does go down. There's another engage on Elise, but she does not go down. Joe laying on the damage. That Rift Herald is still up and alive. Ooh, big trade. But to go off what we were saying earlier, yes, peeling is protecting your carries, and as you saw from the previous fight, the Leona was protecting Waka Waka from the Jax and doing her job, peeling for the carries. And that's huge, as the Xayah does not go down, still 8-0, with the Shen still 6-0 as well. So a lot of perfect games from Team Joe Mama's side so far.
Okay, so with top inhibitor down, I would expect someone would push bot lane. If anything, it might be Nelio with the Shen, and then I think Joe Mama, they might try, if anything, they set up for that Baron.
Yeah, Nelio's teleport is down, but his ult is still up, and again, like we saw in game 1, creating a lot of map pressure. So I think the call is, I do agree with you, Charlie, I think the call is Nelio goes bottom, and we see a lot of Baron pressure from Team Joe Mama's side.
Again, like once you have a lead, you got to find some way to expand it, and you see Joe Mama doing that really well. You know, they're continuing to push waves, create pressure across the map, and take the jungle, the enemy's jungle, take his camps, his experience, his money, and they get objectives. So they're playing a really good game. But again, it's not over yet. SFC is a tough team. I know that firsthand, so you can never count them out.
Very true, very true. One big fight can turn the tide. If Telecom manages to win a fight here, they can try and get a Baron, but we do see Keylime hanging around behind, trying to engage, and the Morgana goes down. The Brand is stuck right in the middle of everybody and goes down as well. We see a teleport from Jax.
Flash out, nice.
Trillion does go down, but let's see how Telecom still responds here. It looks like the fight will stop there in a trade that I think probably somewhat favors Telecom here, not besides the fact that the tower goes down. And I only say that because if you are trailing and you are behind, even trades in fights are a win for you.
Yes.
So we do see that the gold lead is now a 12k difference. Let's see how Telecom responds here.
And I think that kill did go over to Jodo, I think it did.
Oh, the kill on the Leona?
Yeah, did it?
Yeah, I believe you are correct. So Jodo is starting to roll here on that Vayne.
You gotta be careful. We're approaching the late game time, even though it's 22 minutes.
Yep, and here we go. Morgana lands a stun on the Xayah. Let's see if Joe can get a kill here on the... Ooh. Tries, but does not get it. And Shen comes in to complete the 2 kills. And now they have a lot of pressure for that dragon. Meanwhile, the top inhibitor is still down, so there's a lot of pressure from those top lane minions.
Yeah, Jax is stuck up there just trying to keep it keep it on hold up there. But on the upside, though, that's a lot of free money, gold, and experience he's receiving. So if they can hold out and stall, it might benefit.
That is very true. If Jax catches up in gold here, that gives him an opportunity to start steamrolling as well. And now it looks like they're starting to head towards Baron. Let's see if Telecom can respond here. Laying down all the vision, trying to deny SFC Telecom from vision here.
Yeah, and the Baron starts.
And we see the Baron's already less than half health, and Telecom cannot respond.
I think, yeah, Telecom's just gonna let it go. They can't see. They don't know. They don't want to walk in blind, and they can't contest it.
And they still have that top lane pressure with those minions.
I feel like the thing's been down forever.
It seems like it has been down forever. We have had that Jax trying to stop that top lane pressure for a lot of time here.
Alright, so since Joe Momma has Baron, I want to see what they do with it. Hopefully they use the Baron and get the most out of it. I would expect that they're pushing, or they might do maybe 4 mid Shen bot to push while top lane is pushing, or top lane inhibitor is up. So maybe they might send someone up there as well to get that easy inhibitor turret, but we'll see how they'll use the Baron.
And as you can see from the mini-map, you see so many wards coming from Team Joe Mama's side. And like me and Charlie keep saying, vision wins games.
Always.
You have so much vision of the map, and you are denying the other team of vision. It is huge for map pressure.
Yeah, like if you can see on the map right now, it's like all red. You don't really see that many blue wards because they're probably clearing out the wards, and you know they have pinks out to take out their wards. So Joe Momma can see SFC. I don't think they can.
And it does help that they have a lot of map pressure, being able to get in deep into their side of the map and drop those wards for vision. We do see a contest here for the mid tower.
They might send someone top to rotate up there. The minion's already at the base. So the mid lane is almost down, using the Baron buff to their advantage.
And the mid inhibitor tower does go down, so now there's 2 open inhibs ready to be taken down.
Let's see how they handle this now. Would they rotate bot with Shen to take that tower too? They might just take everything.
So it looks like they're going to let the minions do the work for mid and top lane. And they're trying to force Telecom to stay bottom lane and keep their attention from those open inhibitors.
Yeah, so you see Shen going mid, as suspected. You know, he's split pushing. So the whole team is trying to get that tower while he is by himself getting the inhibitor. So SFC
Brand is trying to respond to that split, but I don't know if it'll be enough. This is a lot of pressure on their base.
Yeah, and bot is still, that cannon is wrecking havoc on that tower.
There we go, top inhib does go down. They're now sending 2 to match to Shen.
So now I would expect that this bot lane tower would go down too.
Yep, that is going to go down as well, and bottom inhibitor will go down as well.
Beautiful.
And mid is coming down too. And with that, Team Joe Momma has so much pressure on Telecom's base.
They've used the Baron beautifully. They've taken as much as they could with it, and they still have it. So I wouldn't be surprised if the game ends pretty soon, but they have a lot of pressure, and so SFC just has to defend and just try to stall.
Yep, this is where you got a turtle. And it looks like Jax is going to try and initiate a fight here, but does go down. Elise goes down as well. Jodo trying to get the kill, gets a kill on Big Booey, trying to continue, but cannot. So only the Malzahar goes down for Team Joe Momma's side. And all but the Brand, Chip Skaloy, up for Telecom. And Key Lime is looking for blood still.
Diving under. There he goes.
And there you go. That's an ace for Team Joe Momma and the game.
The game. Game 2 goes to Joe Momma. Beautiful game, you guys. Beautiful.
With a finish of 26-7 in the kill count and a gold lead of near 20k.
GG. So what do you think is the biggest factor there for that game for Joe Mama?
Carl, you want to go?
Yeah, I think the biggest factor was, I know I said like who would get the first kill would, you know, they could use that to their advantage. It wasn't the mid lane, which I predicted, but the top lane, the Shen, got a kill early, and he used that lead beautifully. And as you can see, he got stronger, faster than the Jax, and he was able to make plays around the map with his ultimate. It was stronger, and he was just pretty much stronger than Jax at the time, and he used that to help his team.
That is correct, and I think it is a huge thing on Team Joe Mama's side. Trillian with the Leona keeping Waka Waka alive was huge. Shen being 9-0 is obviously great for Team Joe Mama, but Shen is not known to be the main damage outputter, and Waka Waka on the Xayah is right there staying alive thanks to also Big Bui's ult with the Malzahar, you know, and I think they just did a really good job of keeping their carries alive here. You know, Big Bui with only one death, a lot of mistakes not to be made on their side. They played near perfect game.
Yeah. So, you know, this is not a best of 3. So we play all 3 games, right? This is just like in baseball where you have a 3-game series, right? So even if you are down 0-2, we still play the 3rd game. But before we play our 3rd game here, we're going to take a quick break, play some highlights from other esports events, and stay tuned. Keep that stream on so we have our viewership numbers up, and we'll continue. So we'll be right back.
Hello and welcome back to the SciStorm Esports Network. I'm your host Chikaman here for your weekly esports results and highlights from all the major tournaments going on this past week. It was a big week for Valorant as the VCT Stage 3 Challengers events got underway. All 9 regions have now finished up the first Challengers round. The top teams from each of those regions are seeded into the Challengers playoffs. In Europe, Ascend, G2 Esports, Guild Esports, and Fun Plus Phoenix were the qualifying teams.
But they're being herded, they're being cornered. G2 don't have much of the map to play with right now.
See, they're going to post up here. Got to be careful, it's Kellogg's on the other side here. No way.
The timing, he's got it all. CNET is just shoving them in the grave. It's just Nookie now as Ascend, I think, have done more than enough. They close out the series 13-10.
In Latin America, 6 Karma and Infinity took the North Division, while Karoo Esports and Australs took the South. Sentinels, Xset, 100 Thieves, and Team Envy were the qualifying teams from North America.
Spike has not yet, but Dev's in a great spot. You see how they have to pull back because of the triple. Oh my gosh! Tens jumps up, gives it to him, is able to get away, looking for more, and he gets it. Tens continuing to do that. Just 2 members left on the side of Xset. Make that one. Aaron in a 1v4 to keep the series alive. And who else but Tens to get the kill? Your North American Kings will not be dethroned, as Sentinels are your Grand Finals champions.
The CIS region saw Gambit Esports and No Pressure making it through. Japan had Zeta Division, Crazy Raccoon, Northeption, and Blackbird Ignis as the qualifying teams. In Turkey, it was Supermassive Blaze and Oxygen Esports on top. In Brazil, things are set up a bit differently. They actually have 3 Challengers rounds. None of the teams from the first round are seeded into the playoffs, so every spot is still open for the 2nd and 3rd rounds. And Southeast Asia is even more unique. They also have a 3rd Challenger round, but the region is also further broken up into 6 sub-regions: Thailand, the Philippines, Malaysia and Singapore, Indonesia, Hong Kong and Taiwan, and Vietnam. Of those 6 regions, there were 4 qualifying teams from this round: X10 Esports from Thailand, Onyx Esports from Indonesia, Bren Esports from the Philippines, and Steal Your Glory from Vietnam.
With this recon dart that they will be attacking B side. On the back side, that's the Spencer with a few HP. Shows his head, but gets one before he goes down. Eman, it's gonna be up to him. He's gonna be able to plant, but wins. He's already here. That's the win. And that's the championship for Brand Esports.
All of those teams are now waiting in the Challengers playoffs for the top teams from the second and maybe even third Challengers rounds to complete. The top teams from those regional playoffs will get a seed into the next VCT Masters event in Berlin. All right, that wraps up the VCT for this week. Let's head on over to Counter-Strike, where we only have a few events to cover this week. The FunSpark Ulti Asia played through their group stage. The top 8 teams are all set to begin the playoffs. The Pinnacle Cup 2 is working through their Swiss stage. Only 1 round left to go before the playoffs are set.
Extra swing, and Oxygen still hasn't been spotted. Sprayed down onto the start. Are you kidding me, Skade? That should have been Harvu's take. That should have been Harvu's round for the taking. That should have been the bomb plant for them, and it should have been the victory. But Skade say no, and the short push from Ships will be the icing on the cake. Skade on 14. They're showing Harvu who's boss.
And the Intel Extreme Masters Season 16 got well underway this week. The top 24 teams from around the world are gathered in Cologne to fight it out for the IEM Championship.
The AK-47 ready to execute. Stepping in the crosshairs is Tabson. How much longer can the rest stand? Nico gets another, and Jax is thrust forward. May as well call this 114 now already. Hito does his best. A little bit of damage, but that's all they can do now, as it will be Tizian and Cirrus, the last 2 members to find, and they're stranded over towards CT spawn.
Right.
G2 just 2 more rounds away now.
Now down to the top 6 as they head into the final days of that IEM. G2 Esports, Navi, Astralis, Virtus Pro, Gambit Esports, and FaZe Clan. We'll have the final results on that on our next episode. Now let's jump over to some Rainbow Six Siege, where all of the various leagues are all 1 week closer to finishing their Stage 2 round robins. Check it out.
Side. At the very least, man count advantage is nice for Black Dragons to have. Is Live gonna stick this one? He'll try, but there's 3 kills back to back to back. That retake might just be the thing that puts Black Dragon's chances in the dirt. It's gonna fall on Perez. 1 kill in security, but both members of W7M are outside the building. Yet again, this retake might be the thing makes Black Dragons reconsider ever wanting to play this site ever again. Here comes GD on the swing. No, the SMG-11 will win it out in the end, but there simply isn't time. Gui can then swing, find the final kill.
Push back in on this space in a second, but the Flores drone is going to cause some slight problems, force Afro further away again, force them out and allow them to move in on the backside. Shin's peppering bullets towards Laundry to see if they can just catch anybody, as Tex has a moment to drop its Lusty. That opens up off, and Tex instantly gets the pickup. Max going to try and stick it, but there's the cross angle, there's the hold, and there's suddenly K-Razor drop 2. They've gone deeper than deep. Fnatic with a plan drive themselves towards the end of this game. Typon.
Jordan now has to fall back over the bar. Speak easy, still inside of Aviator. 15 seconds left on the clock. As you said, chaos is going to be happening very much towards these final 10 seconds. Spirited shows up. There's no peak in a save today here for 7th Heaven, but they don't even need him. They've got only 1 more player to deal with, and they've done it.
Yes, we've now got a double-sized hole opened up. P4 gets the kill onto Aces. The Mortar drop comes in, but the kills start going in Rogue's direction, Des, until Bibu puts a stop to that with a double. 3 versus 2. It's down to Ripson crying, but Diffuser is in the hands of Shinka, and he starts to put it down on the ground with 30 seconds. He needs to stick this.
Can't move comfortably either as well. He's going to stick in this case. Out comes the swing, and Bibu wins it again. Captain Bibu with 3 kills from Blue. Make it a 4th. Why not in round 15?
Up against TSM in a 1v2. They don't know where he is, but they do now. The L85 in hand. I don't believe he heard the drop to his left either. Still trying to contest the man with the knows he achieved as he's bouncing back and forth. Knows one's still here. He'll burn Pojo Man alive. The SMG-11 get it done. Oh, hot and cold for 17 as he puts TSM in a body bag. Just send him down the river.
The Benelux League, as well as the regional leagues in Brazil, Europe, North America, and both Asia Pacific, North and South, will all continue playing through the end of the month. We'll have highlights from those every week, and as the results start to come in, I'll keep you up to date, so hey, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss all of that. Now let's take a quick trip over to the Call of Duty League, where they've started the Stage 5 group stage.
5 seconds left. He holds his position. This is it. They have to somehow get out of the defensive spawn and onto A. But Shotzi is here, just wasting their time. Able to hit the jump shots, and well, you see that. That's just what makes Shotzi so special.
And I said for the minute you only get really a couple looks at it. I don't know that they got one.
like actual pushes towards the objective, not a single one. Not one.
A couple more weeks before we have any conclusive results from those groups. But the Atlanta FaZe and Dallas Empire will be teams to look out for, as they were the top 2 from Stage 4. Now let's head into the Overwatch League, where the Summer Showdown group stage finished up, and the regional knockouts have determined the top 4 teams heading into the tournament weekend.
Under a bit of fire, pops the barrage, but everybody moves away. Marvel going to be tearing back inside, barely keeps himself alive, but then he will fall on the back end. Jinwoo's still going to be nanoed up, does get eliminated by Chuyu. Prophet is alive, he's got that pulse bump, but Chuyu's going to be demech, and Jinwoo's right back into the fray as Yellowclaw finds the miracle res. Chuyu eliminated, Prophet anti, he is dead, and I think they finally made it happen. The O team will bleed away, and the Chengdu Hunters, they have defeated the Seoul Dynasty. They have stopped them from taking this series out from beneath them. They have victory in front of a Chinese audience.
Trying to just contest the point right now, and Decay and Mag just run through the rest of the Paris Eternal as Dan and Drew are trying to fight on the point. Yes, they kill Fury, but will it be enough? It's going to have to be another miracle, but they haven't really got any ults online. A boop onto the ball, and this should just be it. OT ticking down. They do have Vestola to, again, cycle himself on point and get the touch, but he gets instantly demeched. Decay is too high charge, Shoddy. They can't get it. They can't get him down. The ball once more just swinging himself back in. Khan ends up falling to Mag. Once more, it looks inevitable for the Justice to win. The EMP comes out, it takes down the wall, and Bebe as well. 5-man EMP, but it doesn't matter because the Justice find the W.
The Chengdu Hunters and Shanghai Dragons from the east, and the Dallas Fuel and Atlanta Reign from the west will face off in the playoffs this coming weekend. We've already covered a lot this episode, but so far it's just been FPS. So let's go check out the MOBA scene. The Dota 2 International finally has a venue and an official start date of October 7th in Bucharest, Romania. It also has all 18 teams set as the regional qualifiers finished up this week.
This could be huge. There's 2 of them in there looking for that opening now. The jump, the call, it's good. Is it good enough?
Oh, it's
Aegis
good.
on Skylark, what a play! Now Blue Pleb tries to turn, see if they can find that finish. They're going to be able to. It's a doomed up Lina, buys back. It's a long way to get back into this one. Luna is now dead as well. Focus trying to play cleanup. They take down Fishman. There's the call now afterwards onto the Hoodwink. Another triple kill for Focus.
First down the Morphling, in fact, Dolmir, he's going to die now. The RP's there. They got the egg off in time though, but the skewer right back into a 3-man RP. Oh, he found an even better one. Ulu, he'll get to work. Shiro trying to survive, can't do it though. The Sunder's not enough. There's no buybacks. A triple kill there from Ulu. Skewer more in. An ultra kill now, and well, there's only one left.
The Western Europe qualifiers, OG Esports was able to take down Tundra Esports in the finals 3-2, getting revenge for their loss in the upper bracket finals.
They jump forward. There's the stun that they need. They take down Skidder. He buys back now. They keep on chasing it on this one. Thompson trying to find 9. He gets him. It's a godlike spree. They can't get anything. As one by one, all of Tundra falls. OG doesn't even die. And GG is called. OG are going back to TI to defend their title.
All right, welcome back.
All right, we are back and ready for game 3. And we do see a lot of repeats here. We see the Shen back, we see the Malzahar back, we see the set back from game 1.
We see the Zac
and we
too.
see the Zac. Oh, and the brand. Forgot there was a brand in the last game, but I believe that was on Telecom side.
Yes, and now and Joe Mama, so let's see how they use that pick.
And it does look like we have some switches in terms of roles on Telecom side. We have Jodo now in mid. Filipino Bro back on the AD carry. We see Chips Galoy as support. So let's see if these adjustments give them an upper hand in game 3.
And while we load in, just want to again thank our viewers, new people watching, return viewers. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. We're just trying to get 70 views, so if you guys are here, if you could send it to anybody, please send it to anyone and everyone, so we can reach our view count. But again, thanks so much. It's for a good cause, and game 3 is underway. It should be another good one.
All right, Charlie. Pre-game thoughts. Who do you think it's going to?
To be honest, right now, Team Joe Mama has been consistent in both games. Again, I like their team in terms of that Shen pick from Nelio. We've seen it twice. He's dominated on it twice, so I'm a believer in it. So that's a really strong pick. And then Big Booby got her Malzahar again, which is another good pick with CC. So I would pick that team again. I think just because of the way they've been playing, like, make sure the communications in like on point. You know, they're all moving, warding, and you know it just seems like it's their day. So I picked Joe.
And we do see Telecom grouping up in that middle bush right there. Maybe we might see our first invade.
Invade here.
This might be it. And here we go. They start walking.
This is what we wanted.
This is it. This is it. Ooh, and no CC could be landed there, so it looks like just a small trade.
It's okay, but see how exciting that is, viewers? Like, that is what we're looking for in Vase. Like, if you can get that one pick to start the game off with the lead.
And I think that is exactly why Telecom there really tried for that invade, because as they saw from games 1 and 2, Team Joe Mama knows how to capitalize on even the smallest lead, so they try to get themselves ahead early here. But in terms of pre-game opinions here, I really do want to see Telecom make a comeback and snag one game from the series, and seeing as though they let Shen and Malzahar through again, hopefully they talk through some adjustments and are ready for that matchup.
What do you think some of the adjustments they need to do? Or if you have any, you know, like, if you were there, what advice would you give your team? Like, you know, how do we pull this one out this time?
I think definitely got to get on those objectives. I think Keylime has been doing a great job staying on top of objectives, and I think Barely Noah here has to answer and contest those objectives a little more. I think there's a lot of pressure on Barely Noah here, because another thing would be to get your lanes rolling early. So maybe like an early gank for First Blood, you know, even an early gank to put some more pressure on that lane. We see top lane trading as usual. We see mid lane trading early too. But yeah, I think for Telecom here, they need to try to get an early lead in whatever way they can.
And I agree. So that we both seen that once, yeah, Joe Mama did get a lead. They never let it go. So I think it's that way again. It's whoever can get a lead, I think they would come out as the victor of this game.
Ooh, and we do see some damage output here from bot lane. And Waka Waka near a third health. And that is a huge trade for Telecom right there, putting some pressure on that bottom lane.
And that was nice skill shots landed by I'm Filipino Bro on the Ezreal. You know, it's really hard to land skill shots, so that was pretty good.
And especially on the Sivir with a spell shield, landing all that damage is huge. So for those that are new to the game and caught game 2, we saw a Morgana in the game, and she has a spell shield. But Sivir, for Waka Waka, she also has a spell shield, but she can only use it for herself.
And that was a pretty good pick against the Ezreal, since all of his skills are skill shots, and she can use the spell shield to negate any damage that she gets from it. It doesn't negate damage, or I think it gives her mana, right?
Yeah, it stops the damage and crowd control effects or anything like that, and gives her mana back. So this is huge, especially for this bottom lane for Telecom side, because they do have Ezreal skill shots to worry about, and they have the Lux skill CCs to worry about.
Yes, you can't forget about the Lux. I played against Chips Kaloi's Lux last week, and let me tell you, it was not fun. He is a monster on that champion, so I won't be surprised if he does really well this game with Lux.
Yeah, and you see that they're getting really aggressive, trading a lot of damage here, trying to get an early advantage, which I think is the right call. I think especially after we saw Waka Waka pop off with Xayah down bottom, they know they got to keep this guy under wraps.
Yes. Yes, we did. As we've seen, once Waka gets a lead, he exploits it and just gets bigger and bigger, and he becomes unstoppable.
And we see Ezreal with a good trade there, even though Lux was walking out to ward out. Ezreal manages to dodge a lot of Brand's abilities and trade back some damage. So a lot of pressure here. Sivir might go down.
Oh, with the heal.
Ooh, Lux barely gets out. Sivir barely gets out, and a lot of trades happening. Shen barely gets out. Ezreal here low as well.
Like 1 health. What is going on?
Oh man, everybody really trying to get that first blood.
Everybody wants it. I love it.
In terms of spells going down, we have Ezreal's heal. We have Set's flash down. We have Shen's, both his summoners now down. And we have both summoners down for Waka Waka. And we just saw Brand try and sneak a kill there on Ezreal.
Action-packed series.
Yeah, this is getting really aggressive really early. I like this. It's getting really entertaining. Now let's see who can snag that first blood.
We'll see Walker backing. Bot lane is backing for Joe Mama. You know, back and get some items and just reset.
And that dragon is up. Barely no on bot side. I'm coming from base. Let's see if which team puts early pressure on that dragon opportunity.
Top lane. Oh, they need to watch out too. Shen is level 6, so his
Shen is level 6, yes. But Set does have his teleport, so he can match the teleport.
Alright, so pings around dragon coming out, so I think both teams are making their way towards there or trying to set up.
Yep, both junglers hovering around the area, looking to see if they can get a quick kill here in mid to create more of an advantage for that dragon, but can't seem to get it.
Chips Galore has been on point with these pokes with Lux's abilities here, so you know it's keeping that bot lane at bay and also like making sure that they can't push or get a lead.
Yeah, we're gonna need to see a lot of damage output from the Brand to match the Lux. This might be the most aggressive we've seen bot lane be.
Yeah, I think
from these past couple games.
Ooh, Lux chunked down.
Ooh, and first blood falls to the Ezreal.
Nice from Filipino though, finishing that off.
Two noobs on the Brand getting a little too comfortable, walking up and being a little too far up out of in range of Ezreal. But we do see Keylime hovering down bottom lane, see if he can help out here. And trades continuing in top.
That's been every single game.
Clearing vision here, Keylime on the dragon. Oh, Ezreal looking to get that kill on Sivir. Ooh, this.
Oh, this.
Still. Ooh. Okay, Sivir still goes down, but Ezreal does go down. Flashes out from Brand and Lux, but Lux does fall. Barely Noah having to back up from the dragon now, and that creates a huge dragon opportunity for Team Joe Mama here.
Looking like the dragon's gonna go to Joe Mama.
And the steal. Oh, what a huge play! That is a huge play, and will he get the kill on Keylime?
Oh, he uses ultimate.
Oh, it falls to Jodo, and looks like Shen falls as well.
He coming in from Set.
Really Noah down, but the passive is still up. Set coming in. What a huge fight.
Jodo is looking for blood.
Oh man, Jodo is looking for blood. Getting that second kill right there. That is a huge play for Telecom there. Managed to get the Dragon Steal even though things were looking a little grim, and managed to still turn the whole fight around.
Yes, and that was huge. So hopefully now their lead now is about 2K. So let's see what they can do with this gold lead that they have.
Yes, as we mentioned before and as we saw in games 1 and 2, if you have a lead, you gotta try and capitalize on it and maintain that lead and expand it as much as you can. And seeing that Telecom, this is their first lead against Team Joe Mama, we got to see how they push through and maintain it.
Yeah, so if I was Team Joe Mama, I'd also, again, since both games, the first 2 games they played, they were in the lead. This time they're behind.
Brand almost down, but the heal comes out to save him.
Very touched
Waka
heal.
Waka now looking for blood. Parades happening everywhere, as you can see, top lane and around mid lane. The junglers are hovering over there, and Set coming in with a ult, and both flashes down. Does Shen go down here? Does Shen go down here? One more auto and Shen is down.
Oh, bot lane!
And Shen seems to be able to escape. Big trades around the whole map, and we do see Barely Noah on the Rift. But Key Lime is hovering around. I think they're going to try and make a play happening here up the top.
Shen is still there.
Shen is still up. Shen is still alive. Ooh, and the trade goes to Team Joe Momma.
What a turn. What a time for Keelan to be there at the right moment, at the right time. Oh, another
And
fight.
now they answer the Rift pressure.
Goodness.
Ooh, and Key Lime looks to get his second kill here.
Who got the rift?
But Jodo is back to help.
Oh, Big Booey's here.
Looking to finish the kill on Zach. Can she do it though? It looks like he might get away. Cancels his jump, but cannot seem to finish.
He lives to see another day.
Oh!
He doesn't.
So Malzahar has abilities that do damage over time, and it seems that that got the best of Barely Noah there on the Zac.
Wow, a lot has happened in the past 2 minutes of this game.
Oh man, that was actually a really good play on Big Booey there, trying to turn the tides, and that cancel on Zac's jump was huge to get her more opportunity to get that kill.
Yes, and you see again, top is fighting, skirmishing. It's like every second they are. You know, someone's trying to get a lead, trying to make someone else budge.
Top lane seems to be the more exciting and more trade-heavy lane here these past couple games, but bottom lane is getting really aggressive here. Ooh, Chips Galoy with the snipe on the Brand with her ult.
Nice ult by Lux.
And they're trying to capitalize on that, get a kill on Waka Waka, but it seems like Key Lime is there to help. Heal goes down. They look like they're still trying to extend the fight. Key Lime is still walking up. Shen with the ult. Can they finish? Can they continue?
It looks like the rest of SF.
Ooh, and Waka Waka goes down what seems like to minions.
Jodo is on the way, so is Zac.
Oh man, this is gonna turn.
Is this a dive coming on?
It might be. Jodo still hanging around right there, looking for an opportunity.
And Dragon is coming up soon.
Oh, that is huge
Here he is.
for Telecom's bot lane. And Jodo looking for the solo kill on Key Lime. Graves goes down. Brand goes down.
Down too.
Kill is happening everywhere right now. And that is huge for Telecom.
Dragon is in 25 seconds or so. So this looks like it would be going to Team SFC. It should be secured. And Rift, so maybe first tower as well.
Yep, they dropped that Rift to create more pressure as Dragon is coming up. And Zac looking to initiate a fight here. But it looks like the Ezreal is too far back, and the Lux just misses with a flash getting burned from Waka Waka. So Waka Waka's summoners are both down. Oh man. SFC Telecom laying down the pressure this game.
They just got a lot from that. You know, they got first tower, looking like they're getting Dragon. They got leads from kills. So they're ahead right now, about 5k gold.
That is correct, and they are really capitalizing on this lead. Key Lime looking to see if he can steal it, and it gets the steal.
The steal!
And falls to Lux, but that is still huge. Now, both junglers have traded steal for steal so far. Gold lead still around 5k, but that was a huge steal from Key Lime right there.
Yes, again, you know, you can be losing in kills and gold just like this, but if you get the objective, you still have a chance to win. So that's pretty good on Key Lime's part, and it'll keep his team in the game.
And we see that now that the bottom lane is down, bottom turret is down for Team Joe Momma. They're starting a group, trying to see if they can catch an opportunity somewhere to close the gap. Top lane continuing to trade. And we do see both teams meeting up at mid. So we do see a huge lead here for Telecom's mid laner and bot lanes. Now let's see if Team Joe Mama can shut that down.
Yeah, and if they can get these shutdown goals, they'll be back in the game in no time. It's just trying to get this play, or whatever play it is, I'll come their way, and they need to capitalize.
It seems like I'm Filipino Bro has his Wi-Fi issues fixed.
Thankful, so thankful for that.
Yeah, that his Wi-Fi issues in game 1 did create a huge advantage opportunity for Team Joe Mama, and as we see now, every minute matters when someone's missing.
Oh, there's an engagement.
Oh, we do see the engage on this on Waka Waka. Sivir goes down, Brand goes down. Big Bowie with an ult on the Jarvan, but cannot get the kill. Teleport coming in from Shen to help out. So we get a 2-for-0 trade here on the favor of SFC Telecom, and let's see how they continue to capitalize on that.
Yeah, that was a nice pick that they got by Barely Noah. Saw Waka walk out of position, just jumped on him, and the whole team followed up.
Yep, that is exactly what we were talking about the past couple games. Catching people on the slightest mistakes and capitalizing on that.
Yeah, we're seeing now this poke from Lux and oh, flash from...
Ooh, flash and taunt from Neolio on the Shen and get the Jarvan.
I wasn't even expecting that. That was good.
I was not expecting that either. Oh, a stun on the Ezreal. Can they follow up for a kill?
Here they go.
And Ezreal goes down to Brand.
Here comes Joe Mama.
That is a good kill, but unfortunately it is to Brand, the support. So for the new players, usually you want the kills to go to your carries so that they can stack their damage items and continue laying on the damage, but it seems like that kill falls to the support on the Brand for 2 noobs.
These are some nice picks that we're seeing from each of these teams. We need to see more, but yeah, a lot like that needs to happen some more for Joe Mama so they can come back into the game. Like, they're clawing their way back, but you know, you gotta get the they need to get the shutdown on the Lux next. That's more money over there that they can get.
That is correct. The shutdowns have been completed on the Jarvan and the Ezreal, but it still exists for the Lux. We do see Team Joe Mama's bottom lane trying to put some pressure on that tower, but Telecom answering back with the Rift in mid.
So taking this tower would be huge, because again, you take this tower, you're able to get further into the enemy's area, so you can place wards, see, and put some vision down.
And that tower does come down right before the next dragon does come up. So that is another objective that they put pressure on, and now looks like the next objective will be dragon. And we do see a lot of vision coming from Telecom, and we see a try and pick on the Lux, but can't finish. Lux flashes out and escapes with her luck. Keyline flashes in to try and finish the kill, but doesn't seem to get it.
Oh, so close.
Ooh. That would have created a huge opportunity for Team Joe Mama there for the dragon if they could snag that kill, but Lux will reset, come back in time for the dragon, hopefully.
Yeah, if I was Joe Mama right now, I would see if I could force a fight at dragon while it's a 4v5 situation, because Shen's ult is up, so he can fight anytime he wants.
Yep, and Lux is still walking in from base, so they do have numbers advantage. They should, but Lux is still making her way slowly, and dragon does fall to SFC Telecom. And I think one thing to note here is I'm noticing on SFC Telecom side, they're doing a really great job with vision. Yeah. If you look at that mini map, you know, Team Joe Mama was red last time, but this time you see a whole lot of red, and like we've been saying this whole night, Vision wins games.
Yeah, that's right, Carlo. Like, the more you can see, the more you know. And hopefully you guys, new players, if you start playing, just remember to buy some wards. Play some down. Even
Buy some wards.
Pink wards. Take out wards, too, you know? Wards are very important.
Yes, exactly. And as you said, Charlie, vision gives knowledge, and knowledge is power.
Yes. Yes, indeed, sir. Yes, indeed.
We do see Lux trying to catch up. Ooh, and Zipper gets caught. Spell Shields manages to live, but burns her heal. And we do see Chips Galore still trying to pick out a fight here. Zip coming in, but Flash comes out. Oh man, SFC Telecom being really aggressive here, trying to catch. And it looks like we have a pause.
Okay. Just while we're waiting, just want to again thank the viewers for watching and staying with us, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed these 3 games, and hopefully it makes you guys want to start playing League.
For sure. Hopefully we'll see a lot more participation if LAS comes back for next season, and hopefully it inspires a lot of people here to join for a good cause, because this is again for a great cause for OnCup. So, you know, it's something to do with your friends and to help out the community.
And we are back.
Ooh, a lot of damage coming out. That brand is really low.
The poke from the Lux is ridiculous, along with the Ezreal.
Yes.
It's so hard to dodge all those skills shots.
Absolutely. We do see Key Lime jumping on the Lux here. Can he finish the kill?
Oh.
And I think we have... Oh, there it is, the shutdown. And that goes to Key Lime on the Graves.
Very nice. That gold should help him out. Oh.
We see Seth trying to pick a fight here. That is pretty deep in there. I see Team Joe Mama collapse, but Jodo gets a pick off of the Malzahar,
it was so
being
fast.
too far up. Yeah, that was such a quick kill right there.
As you can see, the power of a Jarvan mid. Jarvan is usually a jungler champion, but I've seen at least some people play him mid with Electrocute, just like Jodo is, and he literally turns to an assassin. So you got to be careful and watch out and not get caught by him, or else you will just not be able to survive.
Yeah, get popped just like that. And it's funny that we're talking about this now, because we were just talking about this before we got back from the break about I haven't seen a Jarvan in game in a long time, and obviously it is working out in Team SFC Telecom's favor.
Yes.
Ooh, we do see Lux catching Key Lime right here,
Max range.
but nothing comes out of it. Set looking to engage on the Shen, but does not. Shen comes back. Let's see. Brandon looks like he's making his way to help.
Zach is in the back coming.
Ooh, the flash and ult. Will Shen go down?
Ooh,
it's happening everywhere. Ooh, Key Lime goes down. That is a lot of damage coming out of Jodo's Jarvan and Chips Galoy's Lux, and we see Zach coming in for a dive. Can he get the Shen?
Oh!
Can he get the Shen? Gets the Shen. Brand is still up. Zach's passive is up, and Brand goes down to Lux.
Oh, flash
Ooh,
ult.
flash ult. Ooh. But the Ezreal has QSS. So for our new players or watchers, there's an item called Quicksilver Sash that you can buy, and you can cancel someone's ability that has crowd control. And as we mentioned before, Malzahar's ult literally freezes you there for a good amount of time. But Ezreal, I'm Filipino Bro, making a smart choice picking up the Quicksilver Sash there to cancel that out.
Yeah, so if you guys didn't see, so Big Booey flashed in and ulted Ezreal, but then Ezreal just clicked the button and was able to walk away from Big Booey's ult safely. So that was a really nice purchase by him.
Very smart purchase from him. And we do see Waka Waka trying to split, trying to create more map pressure for Team Joe Mama here. But it looks like they might need him, because a fight might break out somewhere in mid or bot.
Yeah, Waka Waka's pushing up there. He's getting experience and gold, so he's getting stronger. Hopefully Joe Mama's team can hold while he's not there.
Ooh, Ezreal ult. And
Lux
ooh, the Lux ult does get Key Lime.
Man, that's like the second or third time. The snipe from downtown.
That is a huge follow. The Ezreal ulting just to see if he can get some damage out, and Chips Galore finishing the job. And Jarvan comes in. Ooh, that was so quick, and he does fall, but Ezreal taking tower damage here, going for the Malzahar. Set ults. Shen will not go down yet, but Malzahar does, and Shen now goes down as well. All the while, barely Noah getting the dragon. And now I'm Filipino Bro trying to get a kill on the Sivir here.
I'm telling you guys, if you guys play SFC, this Lux is a problem.
That Lux is a problem.
Lux is a problem.
That's a lot of damage coming out. We see Waka Waka and Keelam trying to fend them off the tower. Oh! And just like that, Keelam does get away. They just try to do what they did a minute ago.
The cooldown on Chips Galore's ultimate is really short. He just used it.
Yeah, Lux has a really short cooldown on that ult. And as for Ezreal, the more you land your Qs, the shorter your cooldown is for it. And there goes Brand. This Ezreal is laying out a lot of damage, and Keelam coming in to hopefully engage on a good fight here, but doesn't seem to get much leeway. But Shen comes in. Lux stands. Ooh, Lux lands it on Keelam, and Keelam goes down. Set looks like he might go down as well. And Set does fall to Waka Waka.
Beautiful Q by Chips Galore on the Lux, getting Keelam in the back. And he was on point.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was absolutely beautiful. And Shen looking to fight here.
Does he make it out? Yes, he does.
It looks like he does. So that was a huge past 5 minutes for Team SFC here, securing that drag and getting a bunch of kills down bottom lane, creating more pressure and extending that gold lead.
And so this game now, pretty much reversed. The first two games it was Joe Mama, now it's SFC. So as
those adjustments, man, they're making some great adjustments here.
That is true. That's all that's all you need, just some adjustments and some good plays here and there, and you find yourself with a lead just like this.
And the gold lead is now 10k in Team SFC Telecom's favor. And like you said, this is a huge turnaround from the past two games. We see SFC Telecom really stepping it up in terms of map pressure and objective control and vision control. Yeah,
that is right. Like this game, there's more wards coming out from SFC. It's not as like one-sided in the warding war as like the first two games. So it's nice that they made that adjustment in terms of getting more wards and clearing more, so it could be even.
That is correct. And we do see Lux here trying to initiate a fight, but the spell shield does go down.
Oh my god.
The Lux ult and the arcane comet does get the Sivir.
Oh, barely know we're going in.
Coming in.
Zanya's by Big Boy. Shen ult on Big Boy.
Ooh, oh, Shen missed taunt.
Oh, ult by Big Boy.
Oh, but she's stuck up in front, and she will fall to barely Noah on the Zac. Mid inhibitor goes down here.
Let's see what SFC does. Do they end the game, or do they try to, get another objective off the map?
I think they try and finish the game here. Waka Waka's down for 9 seconds. Big Buoy down for 30. Set coming in for a kill.
Wow.
Jarvan is popping people, one-shotting people.
Oh, flash taunt by
Shen trying to make a play here. Trying to make something happen. But Shen will fall. Waka Waka does get the kill on Jodo, which is huge.
Second since you hold this.
doesn't look like it's enough to hold them off, and game 3 looks like it will go to Team SFC Telecom.
Yes, indeed.
Oh man, that Jarvan is just one-shot combo left and right. That was crazy.
Good job, SFC, for making adjustments and coming out with a win.
And as we mentioned earlier, it is not a best of 3 series, so every game does count, and they do manage to steal game 3 here.
Yeah, it's a good performance there by SFC T1. And I wonder, so that was Filipino Bro coming back. So he didn't have any internet issues this time. So maybe that has something to do with it?
Yeah, I think for game 1, you know, Team Joe Mama recognized that they had an unfortunate advantage for SFC side, but they had an advantage and capitalized on it and maintained that lead. And it looks like for game 3, they made the proper adjustments, came back and stole a win.
Yeah, so who do you think, who would you guys vote as the most valuable player in this series?
That's tough. In the series, I think it would have to go to Neilio on the Shen. Overall, creating so much map pressure, creating so many opportunities to turn the tide on a fight. You know, huge playmaking from that Shen. Even though SFC Telecom does take away game 3, Shen overall, Neilio on Shen overall in the series was huge for Team Joe Mama.
What about you, Chalet? Who would you vote for?
I would agree with Carl as well. Shen made a big impact on the first 2 games, but I cannot stress the fact that on game 2, Trillion did a good job on Leona as well.
That is true.
Where he needed to be, and also in game 3 with Chips Kaloi on Lux. That Lux was a problem, and you know he was poking the enemy team down, so they really couldn't get their footing straight. So, but at the end, the 2 games by Shen on Elio, I would give to him too.
I see. So I think Jodo will be joining us for an interview shortly. Let me just confirm that. But you know that we had 3 totally different types of games that we had there. I like the way that SFC T1 bounced back in that game.
Yeah.
Is it because of, I mean, the team composition that they picked really played a big part in it?
Charlie, you want to start?
I mean, it could be, but also I think like it shows, like, again, like, you know, just the importance of having a player, you know, like with Filipino Bro having those issues in the first game, he wasn't there. And then he came back in the third game, you know, like having your full team at full strength, you know, every person on the team matters, you know. So, and also too with the adjustments, like how they attacked the team, you know, like once like they got a lead, they never let it go, you know.
Right.
And they did whatever they had to do in order to get it done.
Right, and following with that, you saw the aggressiveness from SFC Telecom from the jump, looking for that early kill at level 1, trying to get an early lead and continue to take on that advantage.
All right, well, let's welcome Jodo for our interview here. Congratulations on the wins there. You guys have any questions for our representative here?
Yeah, representative for SFC Telecom T1, we have Jodo. I do have a quick question. So what made you decide that you needed to hop in mid and pick and grab that Jarvan 4 pick?
Well, honestly, I don't think we came in this game prepared. That's probably the reason why we lost the first 2 games there. But the last game, we just said, forget it. Let's just have fun and just, you know, do what we're here to do and just play. We had fun. We just, we took it.
Nice. Good stuff. Charlie, do you have any follow-up questions?
Yeah, Joe. Hey, what's up, Joe? One of my
What's up, bro?
Here, man. So I'm happy to see you got a win out there. But I wanted to ask you, what adjustments did you guys make from the first 2 games to the third game? Like, you guys literally just went in there saying, like, hey, like, just have fun, let's do what we do? Or, like, did you guys actually change something about your game plan? Did you guys communicate more? Like, did you guys do anything at all?
No, I'm going to be honest. We just came out here and just played. That was literally, like, we had no conversations regarding the games. We just, we felt bad about the first 2 games. And, we just decided, let's go into the next game. Just relax. We prayed. We went into it and just won.
There you go.
Nice, nice. Interesting to see that there was no discussion on adjustments, but from the spectating point of view, we saw big adjustments for that game 3 win. So good job to you guys.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah, I would say a really convincing game 3 win. Right, for the past 3 series now, we all have 2-1s, which is nice to see. We haven't had a 3-0 sweep yet. But thank you for joining us, Jodo. I'm glad you guys took that last win and maintained that 2-1 record that we have so far. So thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
Good game.
Game is tomorrow's schedule. We have Charlie in the Panic Hill Factory, the captain here, facing Team Rocket. My first question is CeeLo B. Are you
Yeah.
going to be playing in that game?
Yes, I will be. It will be my first appearance for Team Rocket. I don't know how I'll fare because, you know, I just, as I had mentioned with Charlie earlier, I quote unquote came out of retirement just for LAS because it seemed so much fun. You guys definitely set the stage, and again, like it's a lot of fun. Even casting was a lot of fun. Seeing all of our friends playing together is a lot of fun. So I wanted to get in on the fun.
Are you guys prepared, Chalet, for the game tomorrow? You guys practice or any specific strats that you worked on for these guys?
We haven't practiced yet, but we're trying to maybe practice after this is all done. But I mean, my team, we stay ready. We're ready.
Stay ready.
Well, I have a lot of faith in my team. It's a nice bunch, even with Huey, new player. Shout out to Huey. He's getting better each and every time. Yeah, but we're confident.
I'm looking forward to that game tomorrow. Any shout outs to anybody, casters? You guys, by the way, you guys did an excellent job tonight. I was listening to the entire cast, and it really helps me out. Like I said, I'm a newbie at this game, right? And I'm trying to follow it, and the way you guys casted it really made it easy for us. So, any shout outs before I let you guys go?
Shout out to all the viewers just in general, like supporting LAS and ANCOP, and especially the religious viewers watching it every week for both days. That's pretty much it for me.
Yeah.
You got any, Charlie?
Yeah, same thing. Shout out to the viewers, new players, returning players, my team, everyone's team. And also I have the chat up. I know this one guy I haven't talked to in a long time, Joe Chavez, is in here. Shout out to you, man. I hope you're doing well. It's been a couple years since I talked to you, man. So I'm glad that you found us, man.
All right, well,
LAS bringing people back together, man.
Thanks for joining us. I look forward to you guys casting again. Obviously, you guys can't cast tomorrow since you guys are playing, but just coordinate that with our commissioner Key Line so we can have you guys again. It's a pleasure to have you. I'd like to thank if we can bring in KJ Freedom here. Thank you for Sidestone Gaming for letting this for making this possible. Thank you for hosting us. I also want to thank our mods, both new mod Trillion. And shout out to Gabby because Gabby Dente was looking for a shout out. So I'll give a shout out to Gabby Dente in chat.
Shout out.
And most of all, I'd like to thank all the viewers out there. Right, we've hit the mark at the 70 plus viewers, but I'd like to keep that a little bit more. So we'd like to really reach out. And like you guys said, this is for fun. Everybody's having fun. And what more can you ask for when you're doing something for a good cause and you're having fun, right? And so this is pretty cool. So, KJ Freedom, any last words before we sign off?
No, it was exciting. It was fun. I'm having fun back here with the production and listening to you guys do a great job.
All right. So, again, same time tomorrow, 7 p.m. Look forward to seeing CPF versus Team Rocket. All right. GG's. Good night.
GG's. See you guys tomorrow.